Alrighty, so everything's back on basically except for the main fairing. I just got to do a bit of plastic welding on that one because a few parts are broken. But yeah, I just spent the whole morning doing the front brake. When I was putting it back on, I was trying to put it on the disc, and I noticed that it wouldn't go on. The gap was too small. And when I tried to pull the pistons back, I noticed that one of them was actually jammed, so it wasn't actually retracting as far as it could. And because basically what happens when the piston is extended out, over time dirt accumulates around the part of the piston that's still exposed, and it won't push back in. And when you put it on the disc, you sort of need to push it back in a tiny little bit. And when I took the disc off, it jammed. So what I had to do is pump it and push the pistons out, and then lightly sand them with some 1000 grit sandpaper, and using a bit of brake fluid for some liquid. I didn't want to use water just in case it rusts, so I put some brake fluid on a little bit of sandpaper and sand them swirls all around, and did that to both of them until they're nice and shiny, no little dirty rusty bits, and then put them back in, and they're all nice now. But that took me about 2 hours because I had to re-bleed the brake system because there wasn't enough fluid because I was doing it the wrong way and blah 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 blah. Anyway, that's all back on now, and that is sweet, so that's all good. This is all tightened up now. It is quite firm, so I'll have to do a test run and see if that's a bit too tight, because yeah, it is quite firm, so I might have to loosen it up a bit. But other than that, it's pretty much all back together now, and yeah, I just need to put the main fairing back on and I'll show you the result. Alright, I just fixed up the tab. This one is just a tab to hold this fairing. There's four of these tabs to hold it onto the bottom fairing. So try to zoom in. Doesn't want to zoom in for some reason. Yeah, because it's all black. Can't really focus. Yeah, it looks horrible on the film. It looks pretty horrible in real life as well, actually. But it's pretty strong. Strong enough, anyway. Hopefully. So, yeah. That one broke off before, and I can't bother making a new one because it holds on well with 3, so here's another one. Yep. Alrighty, I'll whack that on and then take it for a spin, and hopefully the steering isn't too tight. Alrighty, it's all back together now. Finally, so you can see the difference. I have to give it a wash because it's a bit dirty. But it's a bit of a difference since last time. Yeah. I took it for a little spin, and it's definitely changed a hell of a lot. My brother's bike, his fork seals are good, and whenever I'd sit on mine, the front would sort of droop down a little bit, and it just felt a lot different because it's quite soft. And when I rode his was really firm, and I just felt that his was more solid. I thought it was just, maybe because it weighed more or something, but mine feels exactly the same now. So it turns out it was the forks. They were just, obviously had hardly any fluid in them, and they were just really soft. So now they're quite firm, which is good. yeah, alright, see you later.